pass me the Hogwarts.
You gotta go around you, bitch ass. Oh, now you gonna try to get it.
The Hogwarts, nigga.
Now you want to try. Now it's cool.
Oh, hey,
I just
hey,
used the too old one.
Hey,
It was
yeah,
too
you
old.
went too
It was
far
old.
back.
Yo,
You went too far
fuck you,
back.
young
nigga.
niggas.
You say,
Like,
yeah,
fuck you.
yeah.
And
Shire's
stop
lead.
trying to
You
wear
should've
young
said- you
kid
should've
clothes,
said
my
them-
nigga.
Hey, you
hey,
sound fresh
you,
on
hey,
this, though. I'm up.
nigga
Hey,
trying to
my
act
shit
like
is
you in
young.
the Pokemon era.
My shit is young, but it's cool. You know what I'm
Hey,
talking about?
don't hate on a nigga because he got to catch them all.
You know what I'm talking about? Hey, I catch them all. And I catch them all. Don't even be
Maybe,
mad
maybe.
that I catch them all, goddamn it.
All right.
We live right now. We gotta do the intro. Y'all can just smoke a little bit, chill.
Okay.
What you really should do right now is you should take the live.
Right.
So we're live on my shit, so I can't.
So
post
we got
on my
already
shit.
posted. That's cool.
I don't want to talk. Yeah, I'm not gonna
That's
fuck
cool.
with my shit.
Oh,
Y'all
okay.
niggas is on.
I was on. Brothers.
Mic check, check, check.
What's up, though?
So just so you know, this camera's never gonna be on.
Did you put out an Instagram already, bro?
Facebook, bro.
I got you.
It's kind of got the back of you, so that's why.
Okay. All right, I guess we gotta say what's up, man. What's up,
Check,
man?
check,
This is
check.
10 to get on.
10 to
This
get
Mike
on.
Danger, man. Who we got over here?
It's your boy Nolton. You know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? Who else over there?
Your boy Randy Savage.
Woo!
And this is Nino. Hurry.
Nino is gonna have to turn his mic up every single time. But yeah,
Every time.
10 to get on, man.
You know, rap his blunts and mummy gall.
We already starting early though. Early though. Man,
Anyway,
I hate that. Hey, but
purpose
the
of the show. That's all
purpose
about.
of the show is we gonna have dominoes and we gonna mix some conversation though.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, you know, the barbershop, you know, conversation, but we talking about the domino conversation. Who captures the domino conversation? We do. Plus, we going to be smoking, cracking jokes. Now,
Made motherfuckers.
Rules of the game. Rules of the game.
rules of the game is 10 to get on,
10
no matter
points
what.
to get on.
10 to get on. If you make a mistake, if you count wrong, you're only hitting the doobie. That's it. If your joke suck, doobie status.
Roaches
Doobie.
for you.
Hey, doobies for
Roaches
you.
for
Doobie
you.
for you, except
What
for
are doobies again?
Hey, we're all the doobies. Hey,
We're going to
okay.
call you Ray
For
because you
perfect
killing
example,
roaches.
Hey,
Oh.
the first motherfucker to fuck it up, doobie joint.
Hey, show him your doobie, Nino. Show him your doobie. That's
My
Nino.
doobie right here.
That's Nino's
that don't
doobie,
count,
and I
bro. That
and
don't
I hate
count.
that guy.
That
I
don't
hate
count.
that
That
guy.
ain't fun.
So first off, what are we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about dominoes. Rules: 10 to get on. No pencil whipping, right? I don't know if we're gonna play teams. What we gonna do? Play teams? First off, fuck that. Who
Fuck
is-
you and you.
Who is
Fuck
the best
that.
domino player
Fuck
here?
that.
Hands
Right
down,
here,
it's gotta
right
be
here.
me.
Right here. That's me, Randy Savage.
Okay, so first
Oh,
let's
I thought
get
you
that.
were pointing at him.
Oh.
I'm like, goddamn.
You
paid him for
should.
that shit.
You should. You
Hey,
should
see,
point at
these
me.
niggas is already working together, blood. Like already,
That's why you
bruh,
trying to do the
already.
team.
I'm just gonna put it out there.
Hey, just
Jedi
let it be
mind
known.
tricks out here.
I already called it. These niggas is
I'm just gonna
working
put it out there. I'm the best, and that's
All
cool.
lies.
But listen,
It's
the
10.
first game is gonna be to 150.
together. Yeah, it's 150.
150, right? 150 regular
Yeah,
That was
rules.
200.
But first, whoever gets Big Six decides.
I always want to do mine.
I like 4 houses.
4 houses.
Okay, wait.
The
We gotta
Mexicans
figure
don't
out
even know how to
we
count
gotta figure
houses.
out who's keeping score though.
No, they put.
The Big
Low-
Six keep a score.
Big Six.
Off
Nigga,
top. If it's 10
How?
to get on,
How?
whoever pulls Big Six
How
keeps score.
how is it if I draw 6, I got domino and I'm keeping score?
Okay, so first off,
How,
I want
Sway?
everybody to understand
Low
that
man pick
that
domino.
that
So
that
Stating
Nick
as the rule
Nick
right
don't
now.
know how to play dominoes.
Is
I just want to say that.
Is this the real
Does
shit?
not know how to
This
play
is
dominoes.
Hey,
This is
sometimes
not the-
dominoes is like craps, nigga. You just
Okay,
make
so
up the rules.
so maybe after
Everybody
this,
has their own rules in the whole hood, but
This is not the real.
the Mexicans agree. What I'm trying
He
to
didn't
say.
even agree. He said that. Nigga, okay.
So-
all right, whatever you say. Let's do what you
Big
say.
Six takes
What
score.
You said. Big
Now,
Six.
Mexicans did not
in the
agree.
comments, tell us
For the
is this-
record.
if you
Yeah.
think Big Six will take
Let
the
us
score.
know.
Yeah.
If,
'Cause we
Or-
wanna keep it
or
real.
like
Let us
or
know.
no.
Should we draw and low man
Lowest
take the
man
score?
or
How the
highest
fuck is
man?
low man?
Yeah,
you
the
gotta
low
start the
domino.
game. The person who has
Hey,
Big
who
Six
got-
starts
who
the
got-
game.
Low.
It's higher.
It's a draw.
This
Hey, no
unbelievable.
inside jokes, you bitch ass. I ain't trying to see. I'm already see what I just say. See, you see that? You see that? Working together. Working
Okay.
together.
I want to say.
Starting to notice.
Together.
Okay,
Starting to notice.
the
I wanna say
lower
something.
class man got to
These
suffer.
motherfuckers like the
I want-
paper blunts.
I want to
So
say.
you saying the lower
Tell you
man
get
got
your
to
man.
wash
Hold
the
on, hold on,
dishes?
hold on.
Man.
I want to say one thing. Nino gonna have to start talking louder. That's what I'm saying. You gonna have because Nino, if you, we all loud. I'm just saying you gonna have to yell at us. Just yell at us. Just yell at us, Nino.
Get your man.
I don't
Get your
yell.
man. All right. Bullshit
Butters.
aside, pick
That's
up
butters.
phones, bro.
That's
Like,
butters. All right, who's washing them?
Anybody
though?
watch these shits yet?
Who washing them?
What? See?
Blood, what you mean? Ain't no
Hey,
This is what I'm saying. Draw. You gotta draw, and whoever
wash-
the low man is
Who
gotta
just-
wash them.
Who
and keep
just
score.
washes
I
dominoes
just
when
made that
they
up,
come
but that
out? I
sounds
don't.
beautiful.
I'm a gangster.
I
I'm
said
gonna
it
wash them
there.
because I'm the
Thank
best.
you.
When you the best, you don't care about practice.
Practice.
Lies.
Exactly.
What this nigga talking about
Lies.
practice?
Practice.
Ain't nobody
What
doing
the fuck
practice.
you forgot about practice?
Get your man.
Practice?
Okay,
People
now
talking
listen.
about practice.
Talk
About practice.
Practice.
Before you touch those dominoes,
This
just
motherfucker talking about
understand.
practice.
Just understand that I have rolled weed, I have touched ice,
Okay.
cups, and everything else, and I didn't wash my hands.
So
touch
you
'em.
saying the dominoes got the corona?
Touch 'em. Touch 'em
Dominoes got the corona.
right now.
I dare somebody to touch the
Hey,
corona
touch
domino.
him right now.
Who want to touch the domino? Okay, when
Touch him.
Where's my spray at?
Touch
Where's my
him.
spray at?
Touch him right
motherfuckers
now.
gonna have to
Let's go.
disinfect the
Man, you got
dominoes.
This
Who
shit
got
like
the Perel? Who
Let's
got
go.
the Perel? Who
Let's
got
go.
who got the hand sanitizer? Who got the hand
Let's go.
sanitizer?
Let's go,
Oh,
baby.
I hate you, blood.
It's facts, boy.
Oh,
I
blood.
did not
Okay.
do none of that.
Big
Nothing.
Six, keep
go.
score.
Nothing.
Who got it?
Whoa.
Yeah, you keep a score.
And listen, Nick brought us a pencil. I don't know what kind of rule that is and where you from, but we don't use fucking pencils for today. Anyway, let's
You
go.
use pencil, you know why?
You make a mistake. I don't make
Because you
mistakes.
niggas be
If you
pencil
don't call your
whipping
points,
niggas.
you
If
don't
you
get 'em.
if you
If
ever
don't
seen a
call
nigga
your points, you
erase
don't get them.
on the motherfucking domino board.
See, rules.
If you don't call your points, you don't get them.
Oh,
If you don't
oh
call your
wait,
points,
Bayou
you
Classic,
don't
guys.
get
This is it. The Bayou Classic. Nino, can you play?
Are we-
No teacher.
How the fuck is it my turn?
Goes this way. Can you play?
Just, hey,
Can
get
you
your
play?
man. Get your man.
Can you play Bayou
Get
Classic?
your
Let's
man.
zoom in.
Get your man.
Bayou Classic. Oh!
Nakamichi!
Oh, hey.
Hey,
Give me them right there. That's 15 the hard way, and that was easy. 15 the hard way, and that was easy. Anyway, man.
nigga disrespectful.
So,
Thanks, Nina.
since we all got the virus now, what do y'all
Fuck
think?
the virus, blood.
Since we all got the virus now, we have touched these dominoes. and
I
didn't
feel
wanna wash
fine.
my hands.
Hey,
What do you
I
feel
feel-
about the virus, Nino?
I feel fine. I think the virus might be prejudice.
He just coughed on the blank. We really got the virus. That's all I'm saying.
I think the virus may be prejudice.
Don't panic. Don't panic.
nah, he,
Ain't nothing
hey,
to
he's
panic.
quarantined.
Hey.
He sectioned off right now.
Hey.
Hey,
Oh, now he nervous.
hey,
when I
hey.
ain't say it though, he was touching it with
Nah,
me.
true be real, true be
He
real.
was touching it with me.
True be real. I am a little concerned. Like my
Oh, no, you
lifestyle
did
has
put my
changed
ice
up a
in
little bit.
You did.
It
put my
has.
ice
I ain't
in
gonna
my
front.
glass.
But I ain't
I
not
don't
concerned
know
enough
what
to play
that
not
is.
play
What's
bones with
the
my
ice
niggas. Who
thing?
turn is it?
Hold on,
Ice-
hold
this
on.
nigga said an ice
Hold
thing.
on. Hey.
This nigga
Order,
said-
order in the court. order in the court.
Wow.
How the hell are we arguing with the nigga in the background? What I'm saying is, can you agree with us in the back there? I know you niggas arguing over this nigga personal.
It's on you,
point.
Nina.
He was like,
Hey, see, that's the
I
beauty of a
really love
microphone.
it.
These
That's
niggas
what
don't
I
have to hear it.
said. That's what I said. Oh. Oh,
See,
well, look at. See, I'm not
he's a-
getting all my
he's out of-
magic.
He's out of
Oh.
profession. You don't know.
15.
Come on,
Okay.
blood, stop helping these niggas. Oran.
All right.
Blood, 2 times, bro. I'm getting tired
Now,
of you helping these niggas, blood.
I say that to say, man, is that we gotta have more
Mike.
whatever you call it. Order. Control the chaos. So let's try not to talk over everybody. Me
What's
too.
that word?
Me too. You feel me? But at the same time, Nina,
See, that's why I have a microphone. You heard me.
are you scared of the virus? This is what I want to say. Are you
No.
scared of the virus? Are you scared of the virus?
Fuck no.
I'm scared enough to get supplies.
Wait a minute.
Supply, I think the store's still
I don't
open.
think that's on the
I
virus
know, I
though.
feel
That's
that, though.
because
Like, if
there's
I
a
wash my
shortage.
No,
hands,
no,
Is that
yeah,
how
you,
I'm
you
scared?
true be real. That's really
I
why
think
I
the
watch-
more-
If I wash
Hold on,
my
hold on.
hands, that mean I'm scared? If I wash my hands.
You gotta
You a
wash
dirty
your
ass
hands,
nigga
bud.
if you did.
I'm just saying.
Did you wash your
You know what I'm
hands?
saying.
But I wash my hands every time before I take a piss. But I'll tell you.
Fair enough.
As you
I mean-
should, because your dick is
I
probably
wash
should
my
be
hands
clean
before I take a piss.
after,
You know what
before
I'm
you
talking
about?
piss,
Okay, you
and
know-
after.
I don't want
Okay.
to touch my dick with dirty hands.
Okay,
That's
just-
what I do.
I just want to
that's
say,
just me.
my
Maybe
dick
that's
not
too much
dirty. I just want to say that.
But moving on.
Hey,
Pause.
I'm just saying. Don King said.
What, how-
I wa- You know what I'm saying? Before I touch
I don't.
my
How do you know what
What?
Don King said?
This is true.
I don't.
Whose turn is it,
I don't-
blood?
I don't know,
Nigga,
but
it's your turn.
Got my
I
15.
read
Is
the
it my
book.
turn?
It's your turn.
Okay,
blood.
'cause I want
Come
fi-
on, man.
hey, hey.
Focus, nigga.
nick him, but don't cut him. Come on, I'm 20 young.
Disrespectful, blood.
Why you say
Disrespectful to
shit?
the whole
Never give him
experience.
that booty.
Blood, you niggas is suspect,
Listen,
blood.
we can't
All
start
this
this-
ass giving up is ridiculous.
Listen, pause, everything, because we cannot start this podcast off talking like that. You know what I'm saying? Like what?
What's up, blood? Everybody giving up all the money.
Am I winning? All right, so
This motherfucker This motherfucker trying to make a point.
Ten the
Look at
hard
your
way.
head right now.
The long way.
Tell them about the long ride.
Long
Tell
ride,
about the
boss.
long ride, boss.
That long ride, boss.
Fucking ridiculous.
Tell them
We're
about the
gonna
gun line,
look
boss.
back on this and be like, see.
Tell them about the gun line, boss.
On the gun line, boss.
Now, can
Oh,
you get
nigga.
Nino rolling this fucking tree? I don't even like this.
You can't roll.
But
that
he
fucking
rolls
gun.
so much weed that you can't get mad, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
That nigga got a snake skin blunt, nigga.
You know, have you knocked three
That
times?
shit is made with alligator skin, nigga. Like,
I fucking hate you. All right, man. Come on, man. What's the fucking score? No, not nigga.
I ain't got on the
meant
board
play.
yet, goddamn it. Thank you. Yeah, you gonna have to chime in because I feel you.
All right, whose turn, man?
Yeah, I'm talking about.
So, right now, who thinks they're gonna start the playoffs instead of the season? I don't know. I just made that up. I just seen that.
Like, what season?
That's like
NFL
the simplest
shut
question in America.
NBA.
Hey,
NBA shutdown.
they said the coronavirus may keep the Raiders in Oakland.
All right,
If
all
a
right.
nigga can't build
Hey.
a stadium, where you gonna play?
Hey, can we talk? Hey,
Facts.
hey, can we talk food?
Hey,
Food.
Because food's the only thing that's open.
You don't
right?
eat, nigga. Why would we talk food?
Ooh,
You don't eat.
you do. That's why we're
This-
talking
I know.
You
I'm
do.
just
That's why
saying,
we're
what
gonna
you
talk.
about.
about food that you should eat. You're gonna talk about food
Okay.
that you like. Can we do that?
I've been eating
Sandwiches.
carrots like a motherfucker lately for some
Don't
reason.
do it. Carrots.
Carrots?
Carrots are really
it's
a
a
body.
lie. They don't give you good eyesight.
It's man-made. Carrots
nigga
are a
said.
hybrid. Is what they say.
Nah, it just quenches my thirst.
Carrots aren't even good for your eyesight. It's a hybrid.
see, that's fucking disrespectful to
You're
our
right.
whole fucking
That's the
I
ones-
don't know.
the ones we got.
Because
Saying
you know
bananas
I've been
ain't
eating
good.
carrots all my life and I got 20/20 eyesight.
No, you don't. It's the weed.
Really
Oh,
No, I know it's a weed for sure. I know it's a weed for
Cashews
sure.
either.
I'm gonna rock with you. Excuse me.
I know it's a weed for sure.
What did you say?
Nah, nigga, don't worry about what I said, nigga.
Okay. Whoa, you gotta call your points, man. I know you. I know
I
you
ain't
just
had
scored.
none, I
Oh,
ain't
her
had
points.
You
10.
just wrote your money, man. I'm gonna need
10.
better.
I just feel disrespected because it's not going my way.
All right. Earlier we had a
Did you lose it?
conversation.
That's
Got
what I'm
you.
talking about. It's not going my way. It's not
Nino,
going my way.
earlier we had a conversation. Jada Kiss. Is he top 10, top 5,
No, we said top 20.
top 20? Sorry. Okay, correct me then. Correct me, bro.
Top 20,
It's
bro.
good money.
Top 20.
Top
yeah,
20.
What do you think?
You said top 30.
I say
20,
top 30. He's
20.
not my. His voice is top 10. But no, I want to know. I want to know. What do you
I'm
think?
not really a super Jadakiss fan, to begin with, but I like his music. I think lyrically,
Fair.
Okay.
That's a fair
I
answer.
like that. I like that.
30, 40.
he's not in my top 20.
Thank
I'll tell
you.
that much.
Okay, that's one.
Okay,
How about
okay,
you?
okay,
Whoa,
good.
whoa.
But
Okay.
you see, me too. My point of view in rap, man, I'm more of a straight like West Coast, California.
Can we take it there already though?
Bay Area.
Can we go there
rapper.
already? Or
Like love it.
Okay.
I mean, we're here.
okay, my thing is that we gotta we have to establish that there's two lists, right? And I this is my opinion. This is how I approach it. Is that there's the mainstream list, right, where we have to have Tupac, Nas,
Come on,
and
Nino, hurry up
Big,
and play, bro.
right? Then there's the actual list that people have where they're from. Like, if you were born in Detroit, you're not gonna put
The
Rakim.
neighborhood rapper.
You're not gonna
might be-
put
might
Rakim
be
on the
your
list.
guy.
But when you're talking about it on air, social media, it has to be from a list of the 50 that they picked. It can't be like JT, the bigger figure. It can't be
No,
on
he-
the top
He
20.
ain't even gonna be on the
he ain't
list.
gonna get
Right.
He ain't gonna be on the
Hey,
list. He is
but
top-
on my list,
Yeah.
he's like top 20 because that's of my influence. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? But talking about it on air or whatever, I can't say that, right? Because I'll tell you that San Quinn is the biggest influence on me because his voice was sick at 16. I'm like, his voice was dope. You know what I'm saying? So
That's also talking about like kind of like I don't really put Eazy-E as top best rappers because he didn't write it.
That's
those
20.
He didn't.
Right.
He didn't write none of that shit.
that's 20.
See, disrespectful to my existence right now.
So I'm saying,
I'm from LA, and I gotta admit that he didn't write his lyrics.
but was he ever top
He
anything?
was a voice.
He was just raw. He was just hard. He was the thug.
He was the guy on the Billboard. He was the Michael
but
Jordan
he
Nike.
didn't write his own shit, my nigga. I can't put him in the top
Gotta
MCs.
fucking cut this shit off.
Uh-oh.
Like there's a difference between MC and a rapper.
All right, so right now, Jada Kiss is what? Not top 20. What do you say?
Kiss?
Man, he's right outside my top 20.
Kiss falls
If
at,
not.
Kiss is if anything, he had to be 20. If I had to go in top 20, he had to be in the 20 because he's in the conversation.
Okay.
I think Kiss is in the conversation because the nigga bars. But see, here's the thing though. If you don't like gun bars and you're not really, if you're not really feeling like street rap type shit, nigga, then you might not feel it. Like you just might not. You might. Them bars, but he's a gun bar rapper, so you know.
I mean, I don't.
Like,
it's a lot
that's
of
a
dope ass
boy.
gun bar rappers that on
Yeah,
my
he
list.
like,
It's one too many daddies. He'll say he'll.
That's all you got. Did you?
this
know?
is disrespectful.
Yeah, I did.
All right. So my thing is
Come
this.
over here and look at the score.
Can-
goddamn.
can we-
Shit, I'm talking about this pissing me off.
Can we talk about what we really was going in at it? Because I got to know and say in the comments or whatever the hell. There's a consensus or there's a people in this room who think 50 Cent
Top 50.
is top 50. Now, I don't have 50 Cent near my top 50. I can name 49 rappers every time better than 50
Hey,
Cent.
hey, okay,
Of
wait. I'm
course.
gonna tell you right now, just because
That's just me.
niggas want to say people in this room are no,
Nick.
me,
Nigga.
right here,
No
right here.
tea.
And yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
50. If 50 might be the 50th of my top 50 because he's entertaining.
You can name
to
49
me.
people
50.
better.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I do. I can, yeah,
saying
exactly.
50.
That's my point. I can
told me
name 49 people better than 50. But 50 is definitely entertaining.
Tennis shoe
to
totty,
me.
all ass and nobody.
This
Give me
is
that, man.
disrespect.
Come on,
Okay,
Tim.
okay.
I'm
Thank
eating
you,
off
thank you,
Nino.
thank you,
Nino's
thank
the best person on my team. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
put
tell
me
you.
in the motherfucking mix. 15 on your
I'm
bitch
carrying
ass.
niggas on my back. My back is big.
Thank you. Put me in. Thank you.
My back is big. I'm carrying. Look
Jack,
at this.
get in.
I'm carrying
Do
all my
it.
niggas.
Do it. Fuck
All my
out of
niggas.
here.
All my
you,
niggas. I'm
Nino.
carrying.
Follow that bus ass nigga looking
Carrying
ass
these
nigga,
niggas,
blood.
man.
Some people just do what I do, and it's cool for them. And I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? But like,
Ooh
Squad,
wee.
Rod Squad.
True wee. Give me
Boom,
tennis shoe
boom,
toddy,
rock,
all ass and no body. Come on, man. Let me live, man. Let me live, man. Anyway, okay, so we established. Okay, what do you think, 50 Cent?
Go ahead.
Where you place? If 50 Cent a good rapper, you do the place on the list?
So you,
In Impact, okay, Impact is different.
See,
Because-
entertainer. Like
because-
I say, he's entertaining
Listen,
to
you
me.
know
what?
The
He-
nigga's
he one of the- he
entertaining
one of the
to me.
top-
I disagree,
money
though. I disagree.
Them
I'll
make-
tell you this because if that's the case, then Hammer got to be top 8.
he got on.
Hammer got to be top 8, and no one's
If you
gonna
like
put Hammer.
dancing ass
But
niggas,
his entertainment
got
and
on.
impact, his
No.
If you
impact
like,
was
but
incredible.
if you like dancing ass niggas,
No,
then yeah.
His
50
impact was incredible,
So
though.
if you
Like it or
like
not.
dancing ass
50
niggas.
Cent got
If
on.
I guess
did.
if you like gun bar.
Did not.
I did.
Yeah, that's my point.
Quiet is not in America.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
If you
Hold
like
on.
gun
bar-
Quiet
time.
is
Hold on.
not in America.
Hold on, because you did knock. So
I
that
did not.
dude,
I
Give
lied.
him the butt.
who it on? Is it on? Who somebody on?
Hey, wait a
Nah,
minute.
it's on Nino.
You playing though?
No, I'm locked up. I'm locked
Woo!
up like an old man in the
15.
on me
trailer.
then?
I'm good.
You bitch ass niggas,
What is
man.
that?
13, but it's domino.
Thank you.
Whatever.
On your back.
This nigga try to act like he scored it.
Hey, I did score.
What you get?
That's a good.
Who
15
winning?
points.
Okay, I'm winning. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Hey,
I
I
rigged.
see y'all
But
niggas
wash
don't
him
like
up
to
though.
be mad.
Who,
Just
hey,
get your
who
point.
behind me?
I
Who
watched
behind
him.
me?
I
Wash
watched
him
him
up.
to begin with.
Yeah. No. Who's sitting over here?
I'm about
Who's
to
sitting over
say.
here?
I'm about to say he is.
Who behind me?
In the score.
You shut the
in
fuck
the
up.
score,
I just
nobody's
said-
behind you.
Don't. You shut the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
Nobody behind
You
me.
sitting
You
over
and
here.
laugh.
Hey, we're
You
talking
wash
about
him up.
number
Hey,
points wise.
you-
I
hey,
think
hey,
I
hey,
told
hey,
you.
brother.
My shit is
Just saying,
exponentially about to increase.
Hey, 50 Cent got on because he got on at the time when niggas thug rapping was hot. And what he was rapping about, niggas wanted to hear it. Niggas getting shot. I got a tooth in my mouth. I'm in a building in
You
my
know what?
tooth.
But how do you being a victim and them becoming making you look hard?
See, that's a true
That's the
gangster.
thing.
The true gangster. Like that's what I
That's
don't
how
get either.
Yuck got at it. I done got shot too.
Well, Yuck was hard before. Anyway, we gonna bring Yuck in this. You gonna
I'm
compare
just saying.
Yuck to this nigga?
I'm just saying.
Nah, man.
I'm just
Stop.
bringing out
50
cats that
Cent.
was
Can y'all
dissing
get
him.
your
50
goddamn
Cent,
dominoes
50
though?
Cent lived in Connecticut. Now I'm saying how true that is. I'm just gonna tell you that I'm not afraid of Connecticut. It could be the toughest place in the entire world, but I'm not afraid of Connecticut. This is what I'm saying.
First of all, I just want to point out if
Connecticut.
you shake him, you
Did
be
he-
the first to take him.
He
I
took
didn't
him
shake
first.
him. I pulled
Bitch
mine.
ass nigga. So do it.
Just make it.
Bitch ass nigga.
Where are you
I'm a
right
bitch
now?
ass Correction.
Look at this, but that shit is like one of the twigs on the playground of a kid's school. Tambark.
Tambark.
That's what it is. My bad. Tambark. I didn't know. Tambark. Thanks for the save, because I was like,
Hey, reaching.
That shit looks like an old piece of cinnamon right there. I'm just saying
nigga, cinnamon stick.
that.
Nino, so whenever you ready, bro, it's Goldie. So now, what's the score while we over here pause right now? What's the score, man? I'm winning.
I'm losing.
Definitely, you losing because you playing. Yeah.
Let's go.
What is that? Oh, that's you.
Five.
Five. Give him 5. It's 10 to get on.
12 for 2, 3. You know
I,
that,
got,
right?
I don't got a good.
No, I say got 10 to get on. It's good
Yeah,
money.
I'm good. I already got my 10. I'm in the game.
This nigga's ripped.
Okay, so
Stupid.
this nigga is dumb.
This nigga's
Hey, let me see the lighter, bro. Hey, we are ahead of you, people.
Fucking hate your guts. Either way, are you gonna play or what? Uh oh. So I guess,
Stop,
I guess
blood.
we gotta talk something. We gotta talk about something. And I want to ask you. I want to ask all of y'all. Who do you think all this benefits?
Well, you know for
Pharrell?
sure. You know for sure.
Yeah.
Everything's happening right now. When everything clears out, there's gonna be a lot of financial changes. There's gonna be companies gonna be making major dough off of this, buying other companies out. There's gonna be a lot of financial shifts. What you can know that for a fact. Like,
No,
I'm not saying that governments. I know conspiracy theories and shit, but I'm not saying that they're the ones that let out purposely, but they're gonna find a way how to profit from it eventually. You know what I mean? Like if they get the test next week, they're not gonna let them out till next month and shit like that. You know what I mean? They're gonna hold shit and motherfuckers gonna make money. Shit. Watch.
Well,
Companies gonna get bought out. There's gonna be mergers. There's gonna be changes financially, blood, and all this shit. The ones gonna make money are the motherfuckers that got the money or just the end to bring extra money off that shit.
Yeah, for real. I think it's more like who it benefits, but who's gonna take advantage of it. Like,
real.
you know what I mean? That's really the
real.
realest shit. Who's gonna take
And
the most advantage
disinfectant
of it?
wipes, toilet paper.
Toilet paper.
Charmin is cleaning up
Oh,
right now.
cleaning up. Anything that for cleaning.
Charmin, the
Cleaning.
Downy Man, all any type of paper towel.
But with that being said, since it's about who's gonna take advantage, like where do you think you could take advantage of the whole shit? Like that's the niche in the game. Like everybody got to figure out how they can get on. Like because yo,
if
real
you got
talk,
little
there's
money,
a new
if you got
normal.
little money that
You gotta
you
figure
can't,
out a fucking new normal.
if you
yo.
got some money that you could put in that you ain't got to worry about for a couple of months or maybe a year or two, buy some low ass stock that you know is gonna go up when the fucking stock exchange go up.
But what
To
if?
me, the stock going down don't mean shit to me, but
real.
at the same time, you can take advantage of that motherfucker.
But what if all this is done to reset everything?
low on
No,
the total.
it is
ball,
being
keep
done
it
for
low.
reset.
Like reset
You gonna have to
the
work it
stock
out.
market. So even if you buy, you not because it was already inflated. Right? It was already inflated.
I mean,
so if
and
it's already
be
inflated,
real, be real,
right?
be real.
And to be
Definitely
real,
a reset.
How much money do you need to really invest for it to actually be like a financial investment that's going to work for you? The average person doesn't have that much money to really put into hopes of something like that. So that's not really a feasible plan. Like you can't say, yo, put $50 in this stock and think you're gonna bubble up. That's the fucking bullshit. So it's not gonna happen. So you're gonna have to make something like that's not a feasible option. Like it sounds good because that's what everybody's gonna do.
I mean,
who has
well,
to come the money
I'm
to do
gonna
so.
say this: that would be true if after all this everything goes back to how it was. Then buying those stocks would be great because then the market's gonna be inflated, and shit, and from that they would make money. But if it resets the market, stocks are not gonna give you what they used to give you. You know what I'm saying? Like stocks aren't gonna give you
But
that.
there's certain motherfuckers that's
That's
still
what I'm
gonna
saying,
kick
like-
up. There's certain
Well, no, that's not what
motherfuckers
I'm
that no
saying.
matter
I
what.
feel you.
But no, I totally get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I never really understood stocks
Like
enough
if
to
Tesla was $800 and you could get it for like $100, buy a couple of motherfuckers. You know what I mean?
I know, but like I said,
That's
I don't
that
really understand
bullshit.
stocks like that to be like do that. Like I would rather like nigga, let's all just start a business something. But
I
that's
mean, I don't know
another
about that shit
conversation.
either, but
You know
Might
what
as
I'm
well
saying?
invest in some land.
Yeah, I gotta get you out of here right now.
what I'm saying?
Like, my thing
oh,
is
land
this.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's where you're gonna get your biggest dollar.
Send them down there somewhere. No matter.
You know, but I'm like on the flip side of everything, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't have a terrorist attack if everybody's at home. They can't hurt kids if they're at home. Like on the flip side of all this, right?
Right now, the fear
like,
is terrorist attack.
like, but it's only fear if you're watching TV.
Facts.
Everybody's doing it.
But that's what I'm
Who's
saying
not
though.
wa-
So
hey.
if that's the only place there's fear, then how is it really
Social
a problem?
media is pumping it too. Social media is pumping it.
Okay, yeah.
Like, I turned on Spotify. My Spotify was warning me about the coronavirus.
That's what I'm saying.
shit.
I'm
Like,
driving down the thing where it used to say,
I'm
where it
listening
used
to
to say
music.
no drunk driving. It's like be safe from the corona. Like yo, you don't care about
Yo,
drunk
son,
driving.
you
don't
see
care-
that shit? I took a drive trying to get out of here, like just to go take,
Yeah.
a,
Yeah.
and separate
It
from the
says that
news and
shit.
shit, right? That shit's all on them
Every-
electrical billboards and shit.
What's that
Tune
tell
in
you?
to Fox News Channel 2 for coronavirus update. Fuck out of here.
Now
I'm
listen.
like, come on, can I get a break from this
The
shit?
CDC
man?
is pumping that shit like gas.
If
Nah, you can't, son. Like, you can't.
if we look up and see who actually owns the media, you can see why. Like if all four of us owned the media, we would have them thinking the same way. Like that's the only way it could work is if it's like a movie, right? So everybody has to be acting in this
On
movie
you, bro.
because no one you
It's
can't
that
just
bullshit.
You
You see
can't
this
just
shit?
get a role.
Bullshit.
Oh shit, motherfuckers trying to make
See
it,
that
make it
shit?
work.
You see that
So I
shit?
don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. I just don't. I don't think people who lie to you forever shouldn't be able to tell you the truth now. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, the most dangerous thing right now, though, is the people's attitudes and what people are going to try to do. Just like corporate companies trying to take advantage of financially about all this shit, there's a lot of individuals out here that can start doing a lot of malicious shit within the panic. There's already a lot of young motherfuckers just robbing motherfuckers blind because the economic system really fucked up. Now there's going to be a lot more motherfuckers that are going to be hungry or just scared that they're going to be hungry, brother.
Well,
They'll start doing
Yeah,
some
you got
wild shit.
cats buying guns, anticipating.
I mean, well, I
riots.
just think look how we talking. Like to me, I'm like
Sure.
they have everybody
It's my
thinking
turn
the
now.
way to
I gotta
survive
play, I gotta
is
play.
divide. I'm like the way to survive is to come together. Like there's no way that being separate is the answer. Like you know what I'm saying? Like yo, if we gotta fight each other, like it's like in Boys in the Hood. Like yo, I think if we gotta throw some heads, you know what I'm saying? We should be together. And then Ricky was like, no. I'm going over here, and then he got shot. Like I'm just saying, like you know what I'm saying? Stick together. That's all I'm saying.
Whoa.
I don't know. Ooh, nigga, stop.
Oh, we out here about that.
Come on, boy. That's my fault.
You
My
guys
bad.
don't know how to
Sorry.
play dominoes.
That's my
Anyway,
fault. That's
all
my
I'm saying is I don't
I
think the
thought that was a
answer.
strategic play for me, right? So it might pay off in the end because I am the one with the dominoes.
I don't think the answer is separation. That's all I'm saying. I don't think so.
Hey, I'm just playing the hand, man, right at this point.
It's gonna be like surrogates.
Nigga.
Come on, I know.
They trying
I'm
to
waiting for
cover
you
this
is
up,
what I'm
but
doing.
you got
I'm
one
waiting for
person
you.
not, man.
Why you say they?
I knock, but this some bullshit.
Nakamichi!
No one has a plan.
Nakamichi. That's what I'm talking about, you bitch ass.
Lock it up. You don't have to lock it up.
Yeah, I'm playing. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
playing.
You just knocked. Just
No,
knocked
no, no,
on
no, no.
the
He knocked. I'm like, yeah.
Did too?
Oh, square ass nigga. Shut up.
Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. I don't know,
19,
man.
hard 19.
Oh, we.
Woo!
Oh, my God.
Is it going around again? Is it my
Bro,
play?
Play.
Can you play?
Play.
What? Yeah, I can.
Play.
Play, motherfucker.
Hold on, blood.
Motherfucker.
This, you see this shit? This is the shit I'm talking about, blood.
off,
Like, come on,
I'm gonna
son.
need that camera on me in about
Man,
3 minutes.
come
About
on,
3
This
seconds.
blood.
I'm
nigga
gonna
like-
need to take 10 years
I'ma
to
need
play.
that
Come on,
camera
man.
on me.
Throw it
Okay.
down there.
First off, I need you to play faster. Second off, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times 6 is 24, right? Plus 1. That's why you have to play faster, motherfucker. First off, you missed 25 points. You get the doobie. Second off, what
You
the
get
hell
the
are you
doobie!
doing? What are you doing? You're like this.
You get
The doobie. You missed 25 points.
25.
25. You bunky.
I don't know how you missed 25 points. I was just
Hey,
that
I
was
Slip it.
And you,
Man. Oh, see? You get the doobie.
you are knocking over.
I
stuff.
didn't
That
knock
was you.
shit over. That was you.
That was
I'm not
you.
nowhere
That was
near you.
First off,
Hey, you got some plumbers?
You get the
first off, you
doobie.
hitting the table, knocking it.
I didn't do that. I didn't even touch the table. You see
I'm
me right
over
here
here.
like that. You get the
Everybody been
doobie.
knocking on the
I'm-
table.
I'm
I'm just
over
saying.
here.
You get the doobie.
I'm over here.
I missed 25 points. Putting it out there. I missed putting my points.
So it's on me.
I'll
Right?
put it on record.
All I'm saying is,
I got my 20,
On
but
your
missed the
back,
25.
though. Come on,
you
I'm
can't call your
collecting.
25
I'm
after you
collecting.
play.
No, I got the 20 before that.
He did. He got 20 before that.
Oh, and so,
that.
okay, as long as you
So
miss
that-
your
No,
25.
I know where he's at. I know where you're at.
As long as you miss
Where
your
the 25
25.
come from?
No, you just missed 25.
You still can't count. This nigga is a brick.
Blood.
Count it.
It wasn't my turn.
Yes, it was.
You
I
just
got
put
my
that
20
down.
and you went.
Listen, you just put that down, right?
Yeah.
Count it. God damn it. Fucking
Got
that.
it. Got you.
Fucking that.
No, no.
Okay, so
Get
so
your
Are you trying to
man.
tell us that we're
No,
trying to
you're
tell
right,
you?
you're right, you're right.
I know.
Get
I
your
was
man.
right when I said it before.
Whose turn is
But
it?
I'm mad at you for trying. Oh, it's my turn. First
No,
off.
it's domino. That's
Oh, yeah.
on your back, guys. Oh, thank you. Don't mind if I do. 10. 20.
The last place
30,
guy.
100 minutes, 25 points. I don't know. Bro.
35.
was slipping.
Hey, wash them, bruh.
Yeah.
I've
Wash
been
them.
washing them.
You gonna keep washing them. Hey, Bam. Tell him. He gonna keep washing them. Say it. He gonna keep washing them. Flip him.
Hey,
See? I mean,
how was the
wash
game?
your blood like
How
this
was- oh,
nigga.
I'll take it.
Hey,
Oh, yeah,
come
go
on,
ahead.
man.
Come on.
Hey, who winning? Who
listen.
winning?
Not you.
Is it not me? Are you
Not
sure?
you. I'm
Are you
pretty
sure?
sure.
Are you sure?
It's a tie because you still have to get one there.
Who's not winning? Who's winning?
Oh,
Who's
yeah,
winning?
but-
It's a tie.
Who's
no,
winning? Who's winning?
that 5 goes there. You and him are tied.
See, pencil whooping nigga.
Nope, he just put down
Put
35.
it
Right,
there.
you're right.
Put 5. Just
Hey,
take
but
it.
I should be ahead.
Erase
All I'm
it.
saying.
You want me to
Knock
erase
my
You have
box
not
out
scored
and
since
then-
we.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
Hey,
about.
Bam.
Now I can accept that I'm 5 points, but we tied now. I can accept this. This is the
And
bullshit.
I don't mind the Corona though. You feel me?
This
You
is
can
the
put
oh,
the
so I
Corona
mean,
on there.
yeah, that I.
Why
Nah,
you
I'm
tell
good.
me
I'm
that
good.
before you got mine.
You said what?
This is some bullshit.
Talking about? I don't know. Don't give him no ice. He don't care. Hey, he, he's racist.
Against Negroes.
You
Hey,
niggas.
coloreds.
You colored.
Jigaboos.
Sorry about that. Moving back over.
Damn, nigga.
Hey, man, you know.
We ain't
I
skipping
am
rocks,
a little,
nigga.
I
We
am a
playing
little
dominoes.
curved. Don't drop. Don't
A
judge
little.
my
This
distance.
nigga about to
A
pass
little.
out at his
Hey.
own house.
It's my house.
That's what
I can do that. Like,
That's what I said.
You niggas is leaving.
That's what I said.
That's what I see.
Nina, oh, somebody, okay, it's on me because this thing's gonna
Yeah,
kill
it's
us
on
with them
you.
motherfucking nature raps.
Freedom, bro.
With the elephant skin?
Oh, shit, we
This
here.
guy, this guy. Boom.
Smoking that.
Hey.
Elephant boo-boo.
But
All right, so
wait, wait.
okay,
no,
go ahead,
I
go
do
back,
got a
go
question.
back,
So
go back.
bullshit aside.
Okay.
Is you stocked up though? Did you niggas get did you go get some shit and really not no
My
bullshit?
daughter
Don't
did.
joke, blood, for real.
No, my
did you
daughter
get some
did.
shit?
I came home and my daughter had my motherfucking pantry with canned goods,
Good.
pasta, rice,
Good.
beans.
Good. I like your daughter.
You know
She's a
what I'm saying?
smart woman.
She did. I did.
You
I
what
did
you
not.
got, Nino? What you
I did
I know you
not.
got kids.
I got
what you
toilet
do?
paper.
What you do? Did you get anything out of
I
order?
got 2 fridges, bro.
You right. You already ready. You been ready.
Yeah, I've been ready.
Okay. What about you?
I got some food. Like that's it. Like,
You-
I didn't get no
Your turn,
extra.
Nino.
You
know
get no
what?
I
extras,
ain't get no
nothing.
extra.
You know why I've been ready, bro? Because I've been ready because I thought of a earthquake. You know, that
I
shit.
thought you thought of a zombie apocalypse. You seem like that type of dude. You seem like to be like, this zombie apocalypse. I need to
The
have
only
some shit.
motherfucking zombie that try to attack us is white motherfuckers, man. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't mad,
know,
though.
man. Because
Flesh
Yo,
eating.
you got shit though?
I got-
White
food,
motherfuckers
but-
and ignorant ass fucking homies that look like us, bro. The
but the
ignorant
stores
ass
are still
motherfuckers.
open though. That's my thing.
Why
Is
they gotta
that
look
They
like us?
open, but they ain't shit there though, blood. Like,
but not shit that like yeah.
would need or want.
But we already got it 2 weeks ago.
It's your turn.
That's what I'm saying. Like I didn't eat all that rice.
I did.
Hey, but you know, I don't really
Bitch, I
necessarily
think you
want to
get a lot of
depend on end of day supplies.
Got 2 bags
in
of
2
jasmine
weeks.
rice.
You know what I'm talking about?
Gallon of
That's what I'm
soda.
talking
Well, I'll
about.
tell you this. What I
Fuck
really
your
did
tent,
was
bro.
I did water fast just to train my body to be
No,
without
I
food.
feel that. I'm already on that kind of thing. I've been
That's what
trying
I'm
to
saying.
change
Like,
myself.
I've
like
been
the-
eating 1 time a day.
Yeah.
Is it my turn?
Maybe not
Yeah.
that, but
Tennis shoes.
maybe not that. But
I hate
but I feel you. I feel you.
Right.
I fucks with you hard body. Let's go. It's my turn.
Yeah, it's crazy though. It's crazy how much people don't even think ahead about certain things, man.
I know.
You know, they don't have shit, bro. You know
Where
what
you
I mean?
at, Randy?
But you know, toilet
Fuck
paper
you,
shit.
blood. Like, no, blood. See, now see, shit get
Toilet paper,
different.
why
See, now I have to play a
To me,
different
that
way.
makes no fucking
Fuck
sense,
out of
bro.
here. Make that work.
I will. 10.
Yeah, see, I knew it. See, I'll take 10 over that dub, though. Like, nigga, I could have played it there.
Now
Like,
we know what you got.
no, I could have played it there, you dummy.
I'm just
Like,
saying.
but
I know.
but
I'm
you
just.
didn't, you
but
dummy.
I didn't, and you get 10 for the dub. That's all I had, you bitch ass nigga. That was it. That was the play. That was the play. You get 10 or 20. You're gonna get 10, not 20, nigga.
It's a business right out for sure.
So unique.
That's what it looks like. Oh, okay. Butter. Okay. I like it. Let's go.
Somebody gotta eat. Hey, but what y'all doing? What y'all now? The school shit fucks me up.
Fucks everybody.
School
Fucks the
shit
whole
being
world.
closed
My
fucks me
daughter
up.
goes to a real fucking like academic school, so she like nigga, they got online classes. Like
What does that
college
be?
students. You know what I mean? She got already on blood. The motherfuckers did that shit in a week.
Damn.
Boom.
They was ready.
Yeah. Like they had a website, everything.
But what you gonna do though? Like you park services, right?
What's on me?
What you do?
I've been independent for the last 2 years.
Fuck. Okay, well, this nigga like Tommy, blood. Swear to God, I don't know what the fuck you do.
He like
I
us
don't
though.
know
Nino,
what you do, blood. But you always get.
knows
What does
damn
Nino
job,
do
man.
for a fucking living, blood? I don't.
what the fuck
know.
is a spinner though?
Nino be like, remember I told you that one thing that I do 5 days a week?
I'm hitting this motherfucker like a savage. Let me see that right there.
Like a
Let me see that.
gangsta.
Is it my turn again?
No, it's
No.
on me. It's on me.
Let me see the VSO.
Yeah, man, I've been independent, but yeah, right now it's for the first week ain't no work right now so far.
Nigga, I'm not getting no income. Just for the record, 0.
So we'll see, bro.
Send them down there.
You know me, I don't worry about
But
it.
the same, I don't worry neither. I've been the brokest I've ever been.
What aggravates me is like,
What's up with some of that apple juice? Let me get some apple juice. You want a drink, my man?
hey, so
Yeah, you
so
can have this one. How about that?
Nino, you
cool,
got a
cool.
business that you
So you do
outsource
know.
that you do that now. Is it a business that you could talk about?
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
you do? Tell me about it.
I'm-
What
I'm-
is this business, bro? Don't make me believe you,
bro.
Tommy. What you do, bro? Tell
Coming
me.
from the background that I come from, bro, I just started doing IT the last 2 years.
IT. Okay.
Yeah, IT.
So you going around fixing computers and shit for real?
So I'm basically considered what they call a field technician. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
take care of hardware and sometimes software, but mostly hardware. I work with different companies and just take care of the jobs that need to be done. Like one job I work with, I do solar-powered security cameras.
That's my fault. I got him talking.
No, that's what he's supposed to do. I want to know. Goddamn.
I got
Fucking
so-
name. What the fuck
Somebody
is
got to
that?
keep track of it though. Somebody got to
I'm
keep track of
good.
it
I'm
though.
good,
My
man.
nigga,
I'm waiting.
like,
I'm letting it finish. I'm not
it
jumping
ain't
in.
me. I
Sorry.
tell
Because you
right
going
now,
next, my nigga.
I'm only keeping track of my drink.
You going next, my nigga.
I started doing solar-powered, security cameras for one company. Another company is just like changing POS machines, they're using restaurants and whatnot.
You got like a website or an email or some shit?
I do it through like
Word of mouth.
Nah, there's one app called Field Nation.
Field Nation.
That shit's butters, man. That
Nation.
shit's butters.
Find this motherfucker.
Well,
boy.
you basically your own contractor, and then you could bid like if they offer you
Give me my $5.
$45 an hour.
Niggas, boy.
If they offer you $45 an hour, you'd be like, man,
Tell you, bitch
I'm
ass
worth
nigga.
$65 an hour. You know what I'm saying?
He's his own boss, basically. The nigga is his
Yeah,
own
no,
boss.
I'm just trying to get everybody plugged, boy. Like, what niggas do outside of the apocalypse, man. I'm talking
Besides
about-
that, I'm trying to get together. I'm doing the radio thing. allinradio.com.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
It's
Talk
going
about
real
it, bro.
smooth. That's going really
No,
good.
that's what you. What's up with the radio? It's
Allinradio.com.
All in radio.
Yeah, man. We got my show called The Big Boys of Reggae, which is me and my boy Big Hen. And then we got my boy, What's Up With E, does California Dreaming. My nephew, C. De Niro, does
Oh, yeah, I'm moving.
Tuesdays Top 10.
Right.
Top 10 Tuesdays, my bad. And then we got My Motion. We signed My Motion to the radio
Nice.
station, so we got him on. He does My Motion on Wednesdays, music and talking shit. And we got this homie with his lady Jose and this lady Lily. They do a culture fest. Then we got
That's for the woke folks.
for like
Who turn is it? Who turn is it?
Latin folks, mixture
Yeah, I
of everything,
feel.
everything,
I
mixture
feel.
of everything.
Yeah,
your
I feel.
turn.
Everything that's going on around
It
the
is
Bay
your
Area.
turn.
right
I
now.
mean, can we plug in there? Can we talk about the Amino Day? I mean, is that jumping around?
Yeah, man. Right now we're trying to get it together, but with everything that's going on and the
Oh, I know.
mass hysteria, you know what I mean?
That's tough.
we
But
might
But that's
have
in
to push
June,
it
though,
back,
right?
bro. It's in June 13th. Yeah.
I think we're gonna have time because
I
we
mean,
got
I think so,
April,
but-
May,
Hey,
June. I
we
think
have
we'll
to-
be.
hey, that's a
but we
real
gotta
ass
plan
fucking
it. though.
question, though.
The
like,
the corona doesn't like the heat. That's what I heard.
Hey,
so
but
what you
Shut
think,
up.
blood? What you
that's
trying?
what they say, right?
Like, what you gonna do? Like, what you thinking? Like, a side hustle type shit? Like, is there any way? What you talking about? Trying to like?
I mean, well, to me, it can't. The only thing that's stopping us from doing any hustle is that we can't go to the park.
Yeah.
So to me, once they open up the parks, the schools mean nothing. Like we'll get kids need to do something. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm just waiting for people to stop being scared. You know what I'm saying? Because right now, I would go outside and do shit with kids right now if they would let me. Because I'm not like, you know what I'm saying. So long term, it's gonna be summer anyway. So if I gotta hunker down through summer, it was already the plan anyway, right? You know what I'm saying? Because that's every
Hold it
summer.
down, that's the same shit. I was
So,
thinking the same thing.
so come next school year, we back on. Like, you know what I'm saying? So to me, it's gonna be an ugly period, right? You know what I'm saying? But that's for everybody, including the people who had money. The people, you know what I'm saying, who don't, is going. But I've been broke. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I've been broke.
like
I
my
know how to maneuver
lifestyle
that
does not
lifestyle.
does
Gonna
not
make it work.
need me to go get supplies for that long. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
the supplies I have
Yeah, I
always
think if
last me a
there's
long
gonna
time.
be if there's no shipments by boat and there's no
And
you
see,
know,
it's these
But-
things, is that line of thinking that got me to get extra shit.
But what you don't know, what,
Just-
what,
it
what
ain't
line of
because it ain't-
thinking
it
that
ain't
you didn't
around,
say
it's
is that
because, you know.
I know personally 3 truck drivers. So if I know 3 truck drivers, then fuck going through the source. I mean, through a middleman. Let's just go talk to them. Like, what runs are you making? Or maybe you're gonna make runs for whatever. But we gotta start thinking about shit together instead of separate, right? Because we know all the people who do the work.
I feel like it's like the 1920s, and you will really have to, like you said, like it's an underground network of shit that's gonna have to
But
work.
it's always been.
you know
My
what I
turn?
mean? Like,
Give me 15. It's always
fuck,
been.
bitch ass niggas.
It's always been an underground network, and that's how. And to be honest, that's how the Sound Man came, because of the underground network that we have, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody in this room has a cult following, no matter what they do. You know what
pick
I'm
up
saying?
DJ Epic.
You know, so to me, whatever you do good, fucking do it, and we're gonna win. Because the people who made Nike go, they're regular people. So if we caught them before they went to Nike and had them do it for us,
Set it down there.
we'll
My
be
bad.
famous. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I feel, is that once they stop telling people to be scared and leave their house, then it's open season.
Well, like right now, like with allinradio.com, you know what I'm saying? I think the podcast and FM is gonna die out. I think Clear Channel is dead, bro. Clear
Yeah.
Channel is.
No, I got nothing. I got nothing.
So we talked to certain people that have shows on the radio, like, hey, if you get offered a FM show, would you go to FM, or are you really trying to stick with this and trying to make this shit grow? And most of us are trying to make that shit grow. Like, fuck FM, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Fuck Clear
but
Channel.
but hasn't that always been the thing? Is fuck radio? It's like that's like if
I mean, yeah, if you talking
like
radio,
I'm just
radio.
saying, but that was
Like,
the only
fuck
way to
Clear
get on.
Channel.
Well, fuck, that's the radio.
Clear
that was,
Channel.
That was the radio.
There's other there's other outlets for radio that isn't Clear Channel. That's like
But
where,
would you-
where you really could pay a motherfucker.
But would you
like that.
agree though that to get to the point where Clear Channel is that, we had to go through stages, and I'm saying we're old enough to know that we've been through all those stages. Is that when it was just the radio, or we had to send the A&R, all those steps, we've been through that. So that I take that in consideration. But
That's why I liken
But
it to
it's
the
like-
20s or the 1920s. Like, we've all been through this exact scenario where alcohol, exactly at a certain point, stores are going to close, right? You're not going to be able to get your drink the way you want to. You can't go to the bar right now. But you think people ain't drinking and going places and
that's-
meeting up like we doing right the fuck
right,
now?
and but that's what I'm saying is that so the dude who owns the
So,
supermarket.
I liken it to that.
The dudes who own the supermarket, we just got to be cool with him, because once the government's not cool, he's still gonna be cool with the people sending them groceries. You know what I'm saying? So go fuck with him instead of just being waiting on
but
the
the
government.
average motherfucker don't know
Yeah.
that dude though.
They do though. That's the cold part, is that he's from some neighborhood.
He's from some neighborhood, but
And
not
so-
your neighborhood.
But
though.
at the same time, there is one from my neighborhood. There's one from everybody's
But do
neighborhood.
you know this nigga? That's the problem.
I probably do.
You
but
might
but
could.
the cold part is the dude that I know at the weed club, right, could be the motherfucker who owned the spot. That's what I'm saying. Like,
It's
it could,
possible.
It could be anything.
I mean, hey, if it was
Like,
a
if
fifth,
it-
we'd all be
if
drunk,
it's-
and I'm with it.
if-
You know what I'm
if
talking
it's-
about? You know what I'm talking about?
But
But it's
but
possible.
my thing-
I'm not gonna say it's impossible. So
My
look,
thing is
look,
that
look,
why?
look, bro,
Hold on.
I feel
Why
exact-
is that? Why is that only apply to when we saying this shit? Like, if it was a fifth, them niggas is lying to us about everything. Like every single thing they've ever said to us has been a lie. But I gotta tell the truth 100%. Like, that's crazy to me. It's like, you're like, if it was a fifth, we'd be drunk. But if the fucking news ran an article, you'd be like, shit. I guess if it's a fifth.
that's
You know what I'm
not
saying?
necessarily true, depending on who you're talking to. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you're gonna have to like ask me
know
some
what?
more
In
specific
reality, bro,
questions.
I don't know.
In
I
reality-
don't know. It's my turn. It's
In
definitely,
reality, if we
definitely my
work
turn.
together, for sure.
That's
For that
it.
fact,
That's
I
it.
feel that. No,
But
I
people-
don't dispute any of that.
People rank
that
out.
part.
People rank out, and then don't end up working.
But there's gotta be a way, like where you have to fucking work together. Oh, I hate
Now, who decides that? Like
This
if
is
Nino's like, we all gotta work together. Niggas be like, you crazy. But if the news say it, niggas
Okay.
be like, we gotta do
Hey
it.
guys,
The
wait.
Popeyes is good.
Wait.
What?
This is a very.
I hope you have a lot of
Wait,
points.
no, wait.
The scared they get, the
I hope
more
you have a
they
lot of
listen to the
No,
news.
no, I just want y'all to know because this is a very
hope you
important
have a lot of
moment in time.
15?
You understand?
No.
No? Okay.
Continue. Oh, you not.
Oh,
Listen, I control this
what's
shit.
up, son?
You're in last
What
place.
happened, son?
This nigga's in last place.
I
How-
did what I
how-
could, guys. I did. I fought
he-
valiantly. I
how's he
fought
the threat?
valiantly.
You letting Oren win.
You know what I'm saying? I'm only behind
He about to
by
lose it, bro. He
about
about to lose it.
10,
Oh, we still-
15
still
points. I'm
smoking.
15 points behind. Me and Nino are tied. It's a race between
Hey.
Mike and Oran.
They talking about
Orang
last place. They
is
like, listen,
Up by
Listen,
15
we gonna get their
points
leftovers.
over
Only one of
Mike. Yeah,
Only one of us.
yeah. Mike's got us by 10. It's not that hard of a game. And the domino has passed to Oran. If he can control it, he may collect
Are we
some
going
dough.
150 or are we going 4 ounces? What
4?
I'm asking. That's why it was some
We can go
confusion.
4. I don't care.
It was
I mean,
some
we got enough
confusion.
drink and weed for that shit. I mean, we got enough weed for that shit.
We got 3
We
games.
got enough drink for that shit. Okay. That's my barometer. Fuck it.
I hate
If we got enough drink for this shit, I'll keep drinking. We keep playing. Like
Okay, so
once
what?
the drink
Back
gone,
to the
we
plan.
gone.
What's your plan? So okay,
Me?
so
Okay.
Okay, can we talk about it now that we on? So now I want to talk about it right now. Is that
Put it on.
I want to talk about it.
Talk
And
about it.
How come you believe that niggas is enforcing this shit like it's crazy?
Oh,
Did you-
okay. So
Have
wait.
you stayed in your house?
Wait. Okay. Why do I believe? That-
I hate
I-
when he does this, and he. Why do I?
No.
believe?
You know why I
fucking
do
hate
that?
it. Because you want to.
I want to make sure that I understand
No.
exactly
Don't scream at me, bro. Don't
the
scream at me.
question that's
Don't
being
scream at me.
asked to me.
I'm
That's
just trying to
not
keep it to a minute.
If
Go ahead.
if I don't understand the
Yeah,
question
go
that's
ahead.
What
being
don't you want-
asked to me,
You're gonna recite it
I-
verbatim.
if I'm not reciting it verbatim, I don't understand the question. So I want to make sure that we all understand that I understand the question that's being asked to me before
can I
I
ask you-
answer this question.
I want to add to that then.
Because
is that
sometimes it'd be
when
layered. Tell me I'm not wrong. It'd be some other ass shit you ask.
No, but that's, I'm gonna clarify right
It'd
now.
be some
I'm
other
gonna
shit you
clarify
asking,
right now.
and it's not
I'm
really
gonna
what I'm trying to
setup.
find out right now.
I'm gonna clarify right now. Is that when I ask a question, you can answer it any way you want. I
hate
don't
this
care.
nigga. No, this is
I just
bullshit.
want to answer. I don't
He
want you to.
set you
I want
up.
you to. I don't want you to. See,
See, Lino laughing.
they
You
trying to
laughing.
test me.
Hey, Orion pointing. Okay, wait.
everybody
Not
trying to
that
chest
way. I
me,
take
man.
it. Okay.
Don't piggyback.
So okay, so come on.
Piggyback on
Why?
the point.
Why do you
Okay.
believe that they're?
Okay, wait.
That's what I want to know.
One, I've definitely seen and heard. Well, first let's start here. Start what I've seen.
Okay.
I've seen people getting pulled over, and when I got pulled when they were
For
getting
being
pulled
outside?
No. When I got pulled over. Now this is all
Give
questionable.
me 5.
This is all question. Fuck your 5.
I'm winning.
This is all questionable. You could be like, I'm like, when they got pulled over, obviously the officer was like, "Where you going?" Now I'm at a stoplight, so everybody it's just red. It's my turn. Fuck, man.
Yeah. And
We good?
Same 5.
Nah.
Same 5. You bitch ass nigga! I do my job. Dominology. It's your turn.
That
Can you
volume
do
is
it, though?
gonna peak.
Domino 5.
And you get nothing but maybe 5 points from me.
10, 15.
15 points. No, that's 15. That's
5.
18. That's right. You're right.
5, 10.
That's 17. Not 15.
Okay.
15.
You're right. All right, fuck out of here. Oh, but aside from that,
Okay.
I do know people who have been pulled over, and they said that they were asking them like, "Where are you going?" Like, you know, it's a shutdown.
Okay, but
You know, in this time, like right now, like,
I get
like
that, I get
aside
that.
from the shit that I've seen myself, like people getting pulled over, I can't verify what that's happening because I'm
Right.
passing by.
Right.
But from the people that I know personally, yeah.
okay,
it's
now can I
happening.
counter with this? Is that I've told you I've seen 3,000 people not pulled over for it, right? That means nothing to you. But the one person who's
No,
been
that's
pulled,
not-
I'm asking. This is a question.
No,
I'm
okay,
asking.
wait,
so
I'll wait for the question.
So
I'll wait for
my,
the
no,
question.
that's my question.
I'll wait
so
for the
so
question.
so me telling you that I seen nobody get pulled over means nothing. But the person who says that they've been pulled, like they've seen people pulled over means that they're enforcing a law. So That's my
no.
question. Is that
No, wait. No, hold on.
Shooting up in the air, and then I got pulled over 3 blocks later. Like, was that you? I was like, I wasn't even there.
No. See, I knew I
That
should've
was
shut
3
him.
blocks.
I knew I should have shut him. before.
okay?
I've been
No,
sitting here
no,
this whole
no.
time.
I'm talking about people
Fucking
I
law,
know
fucking law, fucking
personally
doing.
that have been pulled
Oh,
over,
got it.
and they're asking them
And
where
I
they're
know people who
going.
personally didn't get
Okay,
pulled
no.
over.
Okay, no.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
give
that's
me
what I'm trying to
okay.
say. Because he fucked it up.
I know.
I'm trying to set the line. I'm trying to set the line.
I'm there-
All
I'm there
so,
with you.
So,
I'm there with
so we got 1 versus 3,000 people who haven't been pulled over, right?
Right.
It's not the fact that these people haven't been pulled over, but this one person, it might be more than one, because we're not saying it's one, because you definitely don't know 3,000. That's
But
fair.
I
Is
definitely
that
know more
fair?
than one who haven't been pulled
No,
over.
okay, so
and they're
no,
all in
no.
this room.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
No. Okay, so with that being said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And you,
then
so
one.
we all
And the
know.
One,
Wait,
so 1 in 7
7
people.
1 in 8.
Are 1 in 8. That's fair enough.
1 in 8.
Fair. Fucking good math.
So you're gonna believe the 1
in
is
8.
scary, but the 8
no,
is not.
I didn't say it was scary.
No, okay,
it's
forget the
signi-
adjective.
it's significant. You have to be
The one's not
specific
scary
about the
then.
words that you're using.
Oh God, now I gotta be specific.
Yes, you do.
Pacific or specific?
Specific,
Watch your
specific, you
adjectives, nigga.
motherfucker.
Okay,
Watch
so
your adjectives,
so if I had said it's not enforcing, it would have been okay. But I said not scary, so then it's changed. Okay, so my
No.
point is that they're not enforcing it; they're just asking
No.
where they're
We're
going.
talking raw,
Let's
scary,
get back before
Okay.
before we
All right,
get
you're right.
to there.
You're right.
Let's get back to what the fuck
You're
you
right.
said. All right, my bad. Bam break. Bam
It's
break.
on you.
Bam's not on camera. It's a bam break.
So I mean, oh no, I ain't watching.
I watched them already.
Oh,
All right.
cool. I don't even care because I'm the best.
So, what the fuck are we talking about?
Oh my God, nigga drunk. Enforcing the law.
Okay, thank you.
Now I gotta take him serious. Now I gotta take him serious.
I ain't seen Multi and Sauce up in a minute.
Okay, I know.
Okay.
Sauce.
So,
To win,
so
man,
it's
to
not,
win.
it's not the one that you got to be scared about. It's just the fact that they're doing it. It's not that you have to be scared of it, but
But they're not doing anything but asking you where to go.
But it
Same
turns-
way they do with the
But
alcohol.
Now here we know people who have been pulled over and telling them that like at a certain
I
point,
never disagree with that.
at a certain point, it's gonna be a misdemeanor to be out here.
That's an assumption.
That's what the people have been told. It's not an assumption.
Okay, so
I'm not making this. I wouldn't say this shit in front of all these motherfucking people, the 8 people that are watching
If you didn't
online.
believe it, I get it.
I wouldn't have said that shit if I didn't believe it. Like
I'm not
for
saying
real
you
though.
don't believe
Like, or if it wasn't like something
saying
that
it's
was
not
a
true.
variable for me, a trustworthy source. It's my turn. Thank you.
I'm
sir.
not a
Thank
trustworthy source. I'm like, I ain't seen no one get pulled over.
you.
I mean,
I'm not saying
everybody
you're
don't.
not a
They
trustworthy source.
don't respect my shit. I
I'm
gotta
saying
prove
the
it.
source that I have is. Does that make sense?
My nigga Disco, you ain't shit, but the niggas around me is.
See, you.
It's
just-
cool though. I get it. I'm not
Hey,
mad at that.
Don't
But my thing
talk
is
to
this.
your friends
My
anymore.
thing is
boy.
this. My thing is this.
15 on you. Oh wait, no, wrong.
Whoa!
I'll take it.
You
I'll
got
take
it to the
loss.
board.
I'll take the loss. I'll take the loss.
Doob bear. Do bear.
I seen it, but it wasn't.
Okay, so we're back on
I
point.
seen it, but it wasn't there.
It wasn't there.
Back on point. Okay, so you think that? Oh shit, that's not on point.
Oh! Come on.
Don't be drunk.
It's more. It's
Hey,
more
don't be
exciting
drunk.
than you need to be.
Don't be drunk.
You know why? This nigga dropping the.
So, back to the original point.
Anyway, back for that. Yeah. Back to
Is that if we're talking about adjectives and shit that's supposed to mean shit, enforcing you
Supposed to
didn't-
mean shit? What's
That's what he's
supposed to
saying. Okay, post to mean. That's what you know what I'm post to mean because
Post
I'm
to mean.
supposed to mean it. But
You
this
know
is what I'm
what
saying.
But-
Is that post to?
You remember?
Poster.
This is what I'm saying. I
remember.
post up, post
I
in,
remember.
post up. But this is what I'm saying. Is that if that's the case, right? Who gets to make it up, man? Who gets to be like, yo, like they can't just order us. Like this is not like a dictatorship
No.
where they have to be like, yo, we order you to stay
The
home.
question,
like,
right.
It's a suggestion.
Right.
That's
Now,
all it is.
it is
You
definitely
can't-
a suggestion.
You can't
I don't
enforce
know
a
what-
suggestion.
Until it's
I
not a
don't know
suggestion.
what laws y'all fall
it
under
can-
here, but in
until
San
it's not.
Francisco, yeah, that shit's real.
Nah, you know what I'm talking about?
We
You
were
know
the
what
first
I'm
ones
talking
to go
about?
through it. In Marin, we were the first ones to go through it.
Nah,
Man,
no.
we've
I'm
been
saying,
locked
I'm
down
saying the
since we were the
contract
first
that
ones
the
to get
city and county has
You
with the
can't
government,
just- right.
because
If
it
you
used to be
believe that,
because
if
it used
you
to be a
believe
military
that.
You said
base,
you see somebody
they got these
pull
fucking
You can't.
rules.
I know
Who
someone
is
who
Gavin
has been
Newsom to
pulled.
order
Because they
somebody?
outside.
Like what
'Cause
power
they
do
were
we
not-
have?
Where
Show
are you
me.
going? Is this something that you out here doing that you need to be doing? Why are you out
And
here?
if
right
I
now?
get stopped,
That's what I tell the police
hold on,
officer,
if I
minding
get
my
stopped
own
and they're like,
motherfucking
yo,
business.
I'm like, I'm homeless.
I'm
What can
minding
you
my
say? They're gonna be like,
You're
go
not
on your-
homeless and you're in this
go on your
minding
way.
my
Go on your
business,
way.
officer.
I'm homeless. What are you gonna do?
Now-
Oh, bye. Because it doesn't apply to me. I'm not. None of them
Now,
shits
but,
apply to
but wait,
homeless
but wait.
people.
Now here's the shit that fucked me up
The
because
shelter in place. Nigga, you gotta stay in your tent. Like, nigga, no.
nah,
nigga.
it's not even the shit that's happening now. It's the shit that's about to happen. Like eventually, we about to be. Show me your papers. Do you
See?
got the fucking
Okay,
coronavirus?
my whole
or
point
no?
is that. My whole point is
Or
this.
no, show me your papers. And
if-
if you ain't
if-
got the fucking papers,
if
your ass
that's
is
what you
getting clack
believe,
clack and
if
going to
that's-
a fucking shelter.
If that's what you believe,
I think it's possible.
if
I don't
that's what you
believe it. I think
believe,
it's
then they can
possible.
do it. Is what I'm saying, because
You
when
think
they do
they-
it,
you
my
think they
point is this:
can't?
is when they do it, you're gonna be like, "I
You
told you,"
think
and
they
you're just gonna
can?
go along with it. Now, if you
That
thought
doesn't
they
mean
couldn't,
you're gonna
you're
go
be-
along with it, but you think
you're
they
not gonna.
can't?
With the government,
Nah,
I
I
ain't
don't think they
surprised with
can.
nothing they do.
I mean, give me 10.
You're out of your mind.
Like-
they
like,
definitely can.
They just said
definitely
we
can.
should be in the house,
If they-
and we're
eh,
not.
eh,
Like, they can
eh,
say
eh,
it.
No, no,
Like,
no,
they
no, no.
can
Check this
say
out.
it,
If we,
but can they do
Small
it?
me, thank you, sir. Thank you for keeping track of
Can
this
they
shit,
do it?
'cause I am not.
I need my 10. You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
He
got
trying-
got it. He got it. I've seen him writing points. He got you.
Listen, I'm
You got
right.
my 5, right?
I got you.
All I'm saying is,
I
you
don't
can't-
know, blood. I
15
don't
in the
know,
big
blood.
house.
Police are there to enforce the law. It's not a law. That's what I'm saying. So what are we talking about?
Oh.
Unless
15,
you
there
believe
go.
it.
There you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro, people.
I knew that was coming. I ain't had nothing to do about it, but I want
That's
my
what they're
money.
hoping. So this is what I think. I think that if they get a third of the population to stay in the house,
Nice.
then they can control anybody else. Wait, don't stop that train yet. Don't stop that train yet. Give me that money too, man. Then they can control the people who don't listen, right? So they expect the sheep. Now I'm not saying that y'all is.
No,
I'm
no,
not saying,
no,
but I'm
no,
saying they
no.
expect the
Thank you,
sheep
sir.
to follow so that they can control anything. Because if everybody did what they weren't supposed to do, they couldn't control. It's not enough of them to control everybody.
You know
it's
what?
not.
How about we go
Like
back
right
to
now,
hip-hop?
if they put all the police outside our door for doing this podcast, then the streets over can just riot because there's no police over
There's
there. There's
more
not enough.
people who are abiding by it than the people who are dissenting.
That's what they're counting on.
but
So
that's
that's
just,
what I'm saying. That's my point. Is that they're counting on that.
But that's
so that,
human
so that,
nature,
so that,
though. Like some people here
It's
really
all-
take that shit very, very seriously.
So,
You gonna pass that Dragon's Den?
but before you, I like that. I get that, but before you just give me the Google thing, before Google who has the power to do that, and that's my point. Is that the mayor don't have the power to say martial law. Like
don't.
there's rules
But
to
the
this shit.
president
So
does.
The president, but not
Hey, man.
Gavin Newsom.
What do you think that means? Tell him.
Thank you.
The president. Thank you. I know what I'm talking about. The president does.
But what I'm saying is, right now, the
it
governor
on me or
told
who?
us
I'm
first,
sorry.
before the president said
Your
it,
turn.
for us to stay in the house. He has no power
Right.
to order us. So what I'm telling you is that the only reason why we're doing it is because of a belief system that they know. And I'm telling you is that if it's something
know.
that came from China,
Abstract.
how does the doctor know? From Kaiser, who was working on his
Who's
patient
next?
from last week. How does this nigga know? How does he an expert all of a sudden?
Hey,
Somebody
Mike.
had to tell him. I'm sorry. Give me 10. I'm sorry. Give me 10. That's what I'm saying. The nigga who was just working on my dialysis, how did this nigga the expert on the virus now? Why? Because somebody's telling him. This is how hospitals work. This is facts. So what I'm saying is that every dose that we get are not a board of doctors. It's a board of directors. They own the hospitals. They tell the doctors, if that doctor don't do what they say, get them out of there. This is facts. I can't work at Burger King and not sell a Whopper, my nigga. What's that mean? School means the only thing that test meant is that I'm brainwashed enough that you say so. So they not gonna put me to 6th grade if I didn't do. Hold on, I'm gonna tell you yes. And
All right.
You could be a
All right,
doctor
let's
right
go
now.
back.
Hold on, you could be a doctor right now reading every book that the doctors read. So then
Mike,
don't
get
tell
that
me
shit.
that. Don't tell me that. So then the case closed then. I can be a doctor right now. I just didn't remember the shit you remember. And they didn't give me no certificate. But that don't make you know medicine. That makes
Hey.
you remember what they told you to do.
Sidebar.
Them niggas is not in the lab. Them niggas is not who the guidelines by. You're right. They follow guidelines. Anyway, my bad.
Go ahead.
Don't argue with Bam on the side. Give me 15. Is it my turn?
No.
Good, because I don't have 15.
Nigga.
This nigga's on fire right now.
Butters.
This
Get your
nigga's on
boy.
fire.
Butters. Anyway, listen, I'm just saying.
This
Hold
nigga's
hold
on
I'm not
fire
done.
right now.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done with the blunt yet. I'm done. That's what I'm saying, nigga. They don't want to be on board. They don't want to be
That's
on
Tales
board.
from the hood right there. Go get the shit. Oh, the shit.
Shit.
The shit.
You want
Listen,
the
You want the
shit.
shit.
I'm gonna tell you.
In the
Oh.
shit.
People has
Cuz, go to the back and get the shit, cuz.
Hate you, nigga.
Oh, you got more hash over there. But that's all I'm saying, man. Is that the doctors aren't making the rules, man.
Yes.
The idea of scientists means the doctors are just deferring. The fuck we gonna have music, nigga?
How we don't have music?
This nigga watching TV. Oh, my bad. I see
You
that.
keep
gotta
on
be at the table. My bad.
Were you not gonna hit that shit?
No, I already hit it.
Oh, I
passed
was
it to
like,
him.
this
He
nigga was
passed
about
it
to
back.
pass.
It's my fault.
Like this nigga about to pass?
Passed
My
it back to
fault.
me.
I take it. That's my fault.
Hey, Bam.
Yo, you want to get in here, man? I'll hold the camera.
Can you
You
break
know,
down all
I'm
this weed?
good. Okay, 'cause, hey, if you got some,
You want a
shit to say,
shot
come
or
on,
something,
man.
blood?
All
All right, man. Stay ready, blood.
You good? I'm saying, man, you got some ideas too, man.
Hey, man.
You a genius. You know what I'm talking
Whatever
about?
Mike thinks about you, blood, you right with me, but
This nigga, this nigga, hey, this nigga Nino. Hey. Do you know what's cold blooded? It's cold blooded. Is that he just played us like the motherfucking media. This nigga just said something that what? And now nigga like, oh no, nigga, no one ever said nothing. This nigga Nino is an asshole. This is what I was saying. An asshole. And nigga, and I'm saying, hey, but I don't make up asshole shit. Oh, sometimes. But no, for comedy effect, I do. This you?
It's your turn.
It's my turn.
I said that shit one time to my mom's friend. My mom's friend called my mom like, "What you be saying about me?"
This nigga, hey, he
My
don't know
mom
that.
was like, "What do you mean?
He
Your son
He
said."
he don't know that joke.
She told my mom, "Your son said, hey, I don't care what my mom thinks about you. You're right with me." She's like, "You talking about?" She's like, "No, my son's just fucking with you."
All right, so back to don't try to get off of this shit now, son.
So where we at?
Is that we right now is that you stocked up. Why did you stock up?
I stocked up because I seen how people were reacting to this shit, and I didn't want to get caught slipping in the mix of this bullshit. And so what I've officially avoided by stocking up early.
Slipping how?
Whose turn?
No.
Hold on, let
Listen,
him finish.
listen.
Let him finish.
You want? Do you? Let's say you want.
Don't get sidetracked.
some-
Finish your point.
Well, what do you want? What you want? What you want? You know what I'm talking about? You want?
Look like that.
Listen
Why-
to me. Listen to me.
look like that?
I am so confused.
All right, I decided to
Do
focus
you-
my
do
energy
you
on this
want-
nigga
what
right
you
now.
want? What you want?
My point of the story. Hey,
What you
Hey.
oh what you want?
Hey, that nigga forgot mid sentence. He forgot mid sentence.
Hey, take the hand from him. Take the hand from him.
This nigga
Take
I
the
love
hand
my
from
boy.
him, nigga.
forgot mid sentence.
It's
This motherfucker.
you're the last to the doobie files.
fuck you.
Hey,
Hey.
you know what makes it classic? It's on his Facebook too.
Hey, it should be. Hey,
So what you
no,
want?
What I mean
so,
is,
so what you want?
okay.
This nigga didn't want to answer a question. He was like,
Okay.
I'm on you
Can I
now.
get to it, though?
I'm on you
Can
now.
I get to it though? Can I get to it?
Hey, man, what you think
Okay.
about this? Too
No,
hard?
no,
Garbage.
no bullshit aside.
Say it true.
So I didn't want to have
Hold
to.
that point. Just one second. What do you think about the garbage?
What?
Oh, get out of here. You gonna take over my
Okay,
bag.
okay,
My
okay.
fault.
So like for example,
It'd be all bad if I roll my type.
Don't
choice, but
like how you would if you had like the naked
The
or rap,
disrespect.
break down a blood rap, something like that. Just flow right.
He asked how you like the ugly
We
shit.
was, if we wasn't drinking Hennessy,
he asked about the alligator
Yeah,
alligator
he's
skin.
like, how you like it. That's why I said. Let's hear
She's
what
all
Beth
day,
said.
baby.
That's why I said.
Ice.
But finish your
But
point.
when you-
Hold on.
when you
Hold on.
first
Finish
started
your
smoking,
point.
You met me
I know.
long enough.
you,
know.
hey,
When
but
you
you,
see me
I
now,
think
I'm gonna
you
blow
immune
Hey.
to them bitches.
Hey, finish your point. Here we go. Here we go.
Immune to them.
Everybody come back in. Oh, there we go.
turn is it?
Councilman, let's go.
Finish your.
It's your turn, nigga.
Is it my turn on the
All
board?
right.
This nigga Rip. I didn't want to put you say if you're watching right now, Naughty is ripped, and he did a workout this morning.
Top
So
10
it's
in the
okay.
West.
He did his slides.
Top 10 in the West.
Yes.
Right now, who?
Yes.
Who? Top 10 in the West right now.
I don't know.
Top 10. I'm asking you first.
In the
Top
West.
10 in the West? Fuck, I got like 30 people like you and I don't know.
West, that's
Like a
cold.
mainstream who had hits or somebody who I'm from the West, so it could be anybody.
Damn.
Like Cool Nut could be on there.
Hell yeah. For sure. Hell yeah.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Damn.
But like I'll say, I'm gonna go with SIBO, E40, GLP. I'm not gonna say GLP because it's too many to name.
Nah.
Hold
You
up.
missing the whole fucking clip.
We talking about a live or dead?
I'm just saying, but I'm saying I don't want to just name one because together they was a movement to me. You know what I'm saying? So
It was
so
dope as fuck.
so I'm saying Nat. I'm saying Yuck Mouth in them. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying. Oh yeah, sorry, sound man. 3 times. Okay, can I get to it? Say, Ant Dog,
You know, 3 times crazy is not on my list.
Ant Diddley. What? He's crazy. Don't worry about it. He's from San Francisco. He doesn't even know anything about that. Don't worry about that. What I'm saying is Ant Diddley. I forgot. Oh, fuck it. What? It's gonna come to me. Delinquents. You know what I'm saying? We got the whole cell. Like we went through a place where it was compilations, man. Like all that shit. Even but hieroglyphics. Like you know what I'm saying?
A
Like
through Z or A through G? It's A
Hey,
through G.
I gotta
A
say
through
right
G.
now, real talk, no
A through
bullshit.
G.
The number one nigga on my list when I was a youngster was Ice-T. To me, Ice-T one of the hardest.
I will not put Ice T
He
on
wrote
anything.
his own shit, and
I
he
won't
made
put-
he made some songs that were like
I don't believe-
anthems for like the times, for
I
the
mean,
times
may-
that moment.
I don't know,
like,
man.
Like, blood,
Pac
like
was my number
Colors,
Name
one
it,
growing
name
up.
Colors is way too hard.
Name it.
6 in the
Colors was
morning.
because the movie was dope.
6 in the morning was
Six
way
in the
too
morning.
hard.
Because the
Fucking,
movie was dope.
New
Like
Jack
that's
Hustle,
like
but,
that's
you know
that's
what I
like
mean?
6 in the morning was hard.
it wasn't
But-
hard to me, man. I like you know what I'm saying. Like
He
I'll
was
tell you
one. He
like
was
this.
one of the. He was
I'll
one of the
tell you
realest
like
niggas.
this.
Wrote his
I
own
listen-
shit. Used to fuck with the East.
I listen to
Motherfuckers
more-
know him out there as a motherfucking legend,
Respect
man.
him, yeah.
I listened
You
to more
wanna hit-
MC Hammer than
nobody
I
wanna give
did
him props,
Ice T.
nigga.
I'm gonna keep it honest.
Because other albums after that were like whatever, but nigga. But he was one of the hardest motherfuckers when he first came out. Blood, real talk.
I listened to more MC Hammer than I did Ice T. I'm gonna keep it honest.
I used to listen to Ice T,
they
but I
put
know
that more on
every
the
single
radio.
Ice T
Well,
rap.
look at my state-
hey,
that's true.
Hey, back. My
My
first
shit less
album, I was in 4th grade. Ice T Power, blood. I swear to God, I bought that whole fucking record, blood. That was my motherfucking
You didn't buy it because
first
it was
record
dope.
that
Buy
I
it
bought.
because the booty was on
For
it.
motherfucking that too,
Hey.
that
That's what
too.
I'm saying, the booty
that
was
too.
on it.
No, but I was a fan from him
It's
from the
your
gate,
turn, motherfucker.
and I
That
cleaned
nigga
some
hair-
motherfucking
that
yards
nigga
in that
hair was
motherfucker.
cold-blooded.
That
Hey,
nigga
back,
wasn't-
I cleaned him up about 10 yards to get that
all
motherfucking
you-
money to buy that motherfucking record, bud.
That nigga hair was cold-blooded.
I think it was Ghetto Boys. Ghetto Boys. I had to sneak it.
AMG, bitch, better have my money was the first album I ever bought with my own money.
Are you still there?
Pop?
Ice T
Like,
Power.
yeah, how old are you? Hold on. Time out. Time out. Hold on. Did you hear this nigga say?
That's my own money.
Look, listen, this nigga said, "Are you still down, my nigga?" How old am I? Like I swear to God, I was like I graduated when I bought that shit, my
I
nigga.
hate your guts.
This nigga just said,
Hey,
"Are you still down?" That was a bootleg, my nigga. That was
I know.
like the Machiavelli series, my nigga.
Drunk. I know.
That was the Machiavelli
Hold
series.
on.
I'm just saying that's the.
Let me ask you, Pete. Let me ask two people.
Why you got scored?
Hey, Epic, what's the first record you bought?
It was a tape. That's the beat last time.
Ah,
Oh,
wait, hold
shit.
on. Time out. How old are you, my nigga?
He's a young nigga.
Okay, young nigga. Okay, so you nigga. This nigga said, "Are you still down, nigga?" That was
What's the
on.
first record you
That was
bought?
on Machiavelli mixtapes that was going around first before it was an album. You remember this?
That's what I bought with my own dough.
How would you? Nigga,
Yeah,
how
my
old was
own
you?
dough, Ice T Power. What?
Nah, we went to the
But my
motherfucking.
second record I bought, blood. My second record I bought
Hey, it had
was
to been
Easy
freshman
E,
year of
Easy
high
Does
school.
It.
I guess, man. You had
When
probably
it
was.
came out, he once was a thought from around the way.
Yeah. Easy.
Easy.
I had her Miles of
But
Money.
you
though. We
should
did
know,
all that
bitch.
shit already.
Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
I used to love
When
that shit.
tapes came,
the
started
Freddy
coming
Krueger?
out,
That way.
first tape I bought.
Your turn.
What? Oh.
Hey, what was the first tape you
It's
bought
my
when
turn?
tapes came out? What was the
I-
first
see,
tape you
that's what I'm
bought?
saying. The first tape I heard was NWA. Cause
What was the first tape you bought? What's the first tape you bought?
So you,
I don't know, man. Oh, I just said.
That's so
Ghetto
racist.
Boys. The first Ghetto Boys tape, where there was 4 of them on there. And it
But what was
like,
the first album? You never bought an album?
a record?
Yeah.
Nah, you know why I didn't remember about a record? Because I work. My high school had a
Am I
radio
that old?
station.
No, I'm not that old.
So we got records for free. So I used to report to the Gavin and shit. I don't even know if you remember.
First
this.
tape
Real
I
niggas
bought was
remember
Two
the
Live
Gavin.
Crew, as
So
nasty as they want to be.
real radio lists had to go to Gavin. That's how they got their plays back then. I used to report to the Gavin. So we used to get like my first performance was to Cocktails, and no one had ever heard the beat. So they thought that was our beat because we switched it because we had originally wrote our verse to Mac Mall Ghetto Theme. We got that shit in. No one's ever heard it. Cocktails and nigga. So I never buy albums. I always got them free. We would take them home. You know about the. You know what I'm saying? So Tommy Boy would send us albums just for promo. Tommy Boy, all them
You don't
motherfuckers.
get nothing from me, Jack.
That's tennis shoe toddy, man. So yeah, man. So no, I never bought an album, man. I never bought an
Tend to get
album.
on. Hey.
Tend to get on, man.
Tend to get on. Tend to get on right now.
First two tapes
All
that
you
I
need
ever
is 10
got
points.
that were like underground tapes was fucking
We going 4.
5150 with the red tape.
Ah, see, we already had them.
5150.
See, the cold part is that we wasn't good with them.
And fucking 8-Ball and MJG.
Nasty.
8-Ball
Hey,
and MJG was
and,
my shit, bro.
and Mac
That
Mall,
motherfucker-
the
I
Mac
bought 'em
Mall
from a
red
dope
tape.
fiend,
Yeah.
son,
Red
and
tape.
that motherfucker
Strictly business.
was
Strictly business.
dope.
That shit was
son.
hard.
Harlem Gang was the first Bay Area CD I ever heard. Big L, dope.
And led me into Freeway, you know what I'm saying? Led me into P. Pablo, led me into
Petey
Artist.
Pablo. Whoa.
That nigga went. That nigga.
Pablo.
But don't
You
talk
went.
to
You
me.
went east, dirty south.
Don't
But
talk-
that
hey,
was the radio.
Do
That's
not-
how the
That's
radio.
Midwest.
Hey,
East,
man, how
North
old are you,
Carolina.
bud?
not
Hey, man, how
talk
old are you?
to this nigga no more.
This nigga's old as us, nigga. This nigga's old as us, nigga.
He said Petey Pablo.
My point is
ladies and
this:
gentlemen.
is that I'll tell you this. Is that
Petey!
because I
Helicopter! Who yeah?
Ooh, shut up.
this nigga's yelling to the mic.
God
Hey.
damn.
I'll tell you this: is that because of the Tommy Boy and all that, that's how I got turned on to like Brand Nubian and all these niggas. Is that we used to get records from the East Coast, and if you wanted to be a lyricist, you had to rap like them.
East Coast,
so
yeah.
I had an East Coast influence over West Coast beats, but I never rapped because of West Coast. It was my niggas on the block, like Devon, like all these niggas, and we would just be on the corner and be like, yo, this nigga rap, and that was it. But it wasn't because of Rakim. It wasn't because of none of that. But I can't say that if I'm talking to the source, right? You can't say that my nigga Bam
Yes, you can.
is I mean, you could, but it's not gonna mean shit because they don't want that opinion. They want the ones that people are talking about. So it's
Yep.
it's a 50
Who you
list,
on the
a list
radio?
of 50.
Go ahead, Mr. Talk about
I mean, but at the same time, I can, you know what I'm saying? I can bring up the first Pac album that I ever heard was with 5150, and it's called Days of a Criminal, nigga. And it was the coldest song I ever heard, but it was really, it's my turn? Give me 15.
First album around your neighborhood? Or the first album?
No, I'm talking about that I heard of Pac. So he was MC New York or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So it was all in the Days of a Criminal, and
To me, Park was cool. I liked
But-
this shit, but I cried. I was more sad when Kuna died than Pac died, bro. Like, to me, really. I
Yeah,
was
Pac
damn,
was
that
like-
a dope rapper. Too bad he passed away.
I think that
You know what
Pac
I mean?
spoke to like black
'Cause
people
that
though,
wasn't
like you know
your-
what I'm
that
saying.
wasn't
Like
your
I don't
age.
think he was talking about the Mexican struggle. Not that it's bad, like you know what I'm saying. Like, but nigga, that nigga was rapping my life, like nigga, dope fiends and shit. Like
But-
that's
but
all
to
niggas
us, it was
knew.
the same thing. One of my boys, he ain't black, and he was like, "Blood, that fool's talking, but he talking about me."
Like your life, like this nigga just was talking about real, like my dad ain't nowhere. He
You have
out
to
there
understand,
smoking
too,
crack.
for a lot of us Mexicans that just grew up in the hood and just did a lot of hood shit, and like a lot of fools have no connection but the hood.
Right,
You feel me?
right.
Like we understand, and when motherfuckers, even though white people try to make it seem like civil rights and the racial tension is only black and white, in reality, is white and everybody else, right? And more than anything, it's white and Latin, but like in prisons, the way motherfuckers get killed, everybody that gets hemmed up, everybody that gets fucked with and the way laws get made, it's always because of us. Always.
But you-
It's
but-
no,
but-
it's
but
real
you-
no difference. You know
but
what I'm
you
saying?
know-
So like for us, for a lot of us, when we hear like rappers, don't matter to us whether they fucking black or not. When we hear rappers talk about shit that's real to us in the hood, it ain't no different, but like it ain't no motherfucking different. Like when I grew up with all the motherfucking RBLs, the UDIs, 11.5s, the Cool Nuts and all that, nigga, my neighborhood was right next to Cool Nuts, but my uncle used to fucking be a B-boy and used to battle Cool Nuts crew. You know what I'm saying? So like to us, that was all the fucking same thing because we were going through the same motherfucking shit. We get fucked with by the cops exactly the same way. We get fucking, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers planning shit on us exactly the same way. We get charged the same way and all that bullshit.
Do you know my thing is that in hindsight, now that we older and we have to look at it like this, is that it's all embedded in the idea that white people have this power, right? So no matter what we're talking about, it's based on like white people do like that narrative is what perpetuates them to be in power. Like for them to control an entire population and bring them over here on boats, like imagine the power they would have to have. We have to believe that they have the power to do that. And since we did,
They did it with religion.
and since we did, they
People
now
fold,
can tell
right?
us that they can
Unfortunately,
do
people
anything.
fold. You know what I mean? People fold. Right? Like if people would stick together and just run with it.
That's their
You know what I'm saying? But people fold. You know what I'm saying?
But that's
And-
their
and
story.
people
Did
fold
fold-
for different reasons.
Did they really
whether
fold,
it be
though?
whether it be
That's what I'm
oh
saying.
you're not where
Did
I'm
they really
from,
fold?
or you're not from my neighborhood, or you don't look like me, like whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying?
But that was based on a superiority
I'll take
thing,
fire
like
hot
white
ones.
superiority.
Let's
Like
go open
we
the floodgate,
wanted to
fuck it.
be superior like them. And that's what I'm saying is that once you take that out of the equation, none of that shit makes sense. None of that shit makes sense.
5 points.
We're going four houses. So
Four houses.
if you don't think white people
Shut the fuck up.
are this powerful,
Bruh,
then you won't
nobody
believe that
asked.
they can bring 2 million black people over here. You understand me? On the boats, they survived, but we didn't. You understand? Like it's a theme to this shit. Once you take it out, they can't do any of that. Like it's impossible. But because we believe that, then we're like they're gonna get us. So let's.
That's why people know.
I'm
That's why
saying
people know,
I'm
bro.
saying
Hey, bro,
slavery wasn't the only thing going on around that time.
You know what's the only difference that
That's what I'm
Mexicans
saying.
have done in American history that's different? Like, instead of calling us slaves, because they don't want to call us slaves,
My turn.
they renamed our shit and called them missions.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
missions were slave plantations, bro. Were places where they fucking try to make the fucking Mexicans and the Indians, but try to become not who they are. And they were slaves to fucking working in the field just like y'all motherfuckers. Except for they don't call them slaves. They call them missions. You know what I mean? But it's the same shit. And that's the shit I'm talking
So
about.
let me ask you a
feel me?
question.
So you saying they was-
just because they changed the name don't mean
They didn't have no
But
option.
I gotta,
They had to
I
do
wanna,
that?
Yeah.
I wanna address what you
Hell
said
yeah,
though.
bro.
I wanna address what you
You know
said.
what I'm
Like,
saying? No motherfucker
let's
out.
say that
And
slavery
if you look at
was
the
a
history of
choice,
missions,
right?
there's
And-
missions
and-
all
and-
over.
Oh, I know.
all
I'm
over
just saying, let's
everywhere,
just
bro.
say that it
The
was.
missions
right?
were fucking.
Let's just
all
say,
like slave
let's just say that
plantations, bro,
slavery
like,
wasn't
where
even
they
true.
fucking-
Let's say it never even
Especially in
happened. Let's just say
California.
it never even happened, right? You would view white people in a whole different light because that's their whole history. Is the slavery as us being in their slavery? That's their entire history. If you think about it, but that's their entire history. That's not our history.
I got down, I
So
got four.
if
How many
you
got?
if you believe that, then they have
Got
some
four?
type of stature in society. But if you don't believe that they had a power to control 300 black people with one dude on a horse, then none of that makes sense. Like it's crazy. Like that dude wasn't a trained. He wasn't a trained assassin. He wasn't like motherfucking MacGyver and motherfucking 18. This nigga was one of us. This nigga, how he know how to ride a horse and fight. Like he could ride a horse and do the whip shit. Like it only makes sense if you believe they're that powerful. And I don't believe it anymore. It just doesn't make sense to me. Because I know that if the human body has fight or flight, them niggas didn't break 300 niggas of fight and flight because they hurt one nigga. That would make 300 niggas beat the shit out of you. It wouldn't make them scared. But without slavery doing that, they couldn't have the police force. You see what I'm saying? They couldn't have that. That story of them, of the people tracking down slaves who are free, is this gearing you up to have a police force.
This is ridiculous.
So,
This is ridiculous.
you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. You tell me. You tell me. I don't know.
I mean, that's why I asked you. I said, you talking about American
Six.
history or you talking about world history? If you talking about world history, then yeah, at one time you had a choice to be a slave because you had to buy out your debt. This is where you got gladiators from. This is where you got people that run bounties from.
All I was talking about how
Talking about American history, then those who came over here, with large majority, opportunity to say, nah, nigga, I'm not. You getting hemmed up. You getting taken in the night.
I totally
You getting
agree.
shipped up out of there.
I totally agree, but
Even by
what?
your own village.
But what I'm saying is that yes, but even that's based on
What I was talking about,
a-
bro, I was
a
just talking about the
supremacy thing.
similarities that we ain't no different, bro. And
You
even
know,
though,
but it's not at all.
sometimes when I have conversations with people, sometimes even Mexicans say, "Oh, we're different from the blacks," and even black folks say, "Well, we're different from the Mexicans." You know what I'm saying? Or from the essays. And it's like to me, but it's all the motherfucking same. Bro. Like we ain't no different. So when I hear about a struggle about whatever be a movie or something or a song about a
I just
struggle,
went.
even though the person
No, you
might not
didn't.
be a Mexican motherfucker,
Oh, it's my
I
turn.
know
I
he's
can't
It
play
is
that.
your
be
turn.
and
You
I
can't?
feel that motherfucker. You know
Well, I
what I'm
swear,
saying?
it's better.
It's the same motherfucker.
No, you just moved that.
You know what I'm saying?
I thought
Me,
you was
blood,
going to the
maybe
pounds.
I
Like,
got
ain't no
fortunate
Domino's,
enough, bro.
there we
Where I
go.
grew up in, the first neighborhoods I grew up in, we were the first Mexicans in that neighborhood. You know what I mean? And there were black neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? So throughout the times, I just had to learn. You know what I'm saying? How to survive there, and then eventually I became fam with a lot of motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
All right,
Get
question.
out my hand.
So, Mike, so saying that they control the narrative, right?
Right.
So, do you think that they control the narrative to the civil rights movement?
I'll tell you this.
Malcolm X, Martin Luther King,
Yep.
and those key positions. So, you think a lot of people
I do.
died unnecessarily? So, just to give us the freedom liberties that we have now? Or are you just saying that's bullshit? That's some script?
Well, I'm saying before we focus on who died for our liberties, there are people who lived for our liberties too. Like people around that time who actually lived. So that's a narrative that they portray because they're only showing you people who failed, right? But imagine that Martin Luther King and Malcolm X were the only two people in this movement that mattered. That's impossible to think about. Me having just being involved in pop up knows that
Hey,
it can't just be one
thing
person.
me and him I've always talked about, and I agree with him, and a lot of people don't. It is kind of sometimes you got to rethink, right? All our political leaders, whether they be our black political leaders from social justice and the civil rights movement, and our Mexican political leaders from the same thing. You know what I mean? Because everybody started popping off at the same time. The most famous ones and the most talked about. Maybe they did make a lot of motherfucking deals, bro. That's why they're most famous, and most talked
But
about.
what I'm saying is this.
Yeah, Domino.
Let's look at history. Why would they promote somebody who wasn't on their team? Like they don't do that. They don't promote anybody who wasn't on their team. You understand what I'm saying? They only started promoting Muhammad Ali when they could use him for good. Like you know what I'm saying? But they weren't promoting him back in the day. He was the worst person in his entire history. So,
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
what I'm saying is they give us the heroes. They create the hero and then they take it away. They create the hero. Like they create Castro to us. He's something else to the Cubans. They have been telling us what the Cubans don't tell us what they think about Castro. Our media does. Our schools do.
That's gang.
For those of us who read and know who are educated.
But like I say, if you understand about books back in the day, only certain people could write books. So even if you go back and research, you're going through somebody else's thoughts, right? So for me to research something and not come to the same conclusion, you're going to assume I'm wrong. You can't
Mike,
come to a different
hold on
conclusion.
for a second. That's game, nigga.
Who won?
Me.
4 houses? You're trash. You're trash. He's the one who gave him all the points. He gave him all the
Hey,
points.
no, the outro. About to roll. You want to roll over?
No, I'm good, man.
Well,
Are we
Nino fucking won.
Are we done?
See, wait. Nino didn't win.
Are we done
I
playing?
let
We're
Nino
done.
win.
I
I
thought-
let
I
I
thought
let
we played,
no,
I thought we
I
played 3
Well,
games.
first, wait.
I Randy Savage let
Wait.
Nino win
Nino won,
because I missed my 25 points.
but Nino didn't win.
I thought we
Nino
played more.
didn't win because I'm the most fucked up motherfucker here right now.
Oh. Hey, we need to stand in. We need to stand in. Do we got no more time?
You want to tag?
We got more time? Oh, we got no more time. They say we got no more time.
Hey,
Son.
outro.
All right, man. Listen, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. You know what I'm saying? Tend to get on. That's what we do. We gonna be trying to come to y'all more often. Maybe not. I don't know what this gonna be like because our test run. I want to thank y'all. This is Mike Danger. This is
I'm the no team, man.
you know what I'm
Should we
talking
have
about.
music
Randy
suggestions?
Savage, man.
You
And
know.
this is Nino.
And if
Eric.
anybody think they can beat me at Dom.